It starts working again. Okay.
أستاذ معلش ممكن ترجع للتوبيك تاني، عايز أشوف.
You haven't got your student's book?
أوكي ماشي.
Okay. So you can use choose one of the topics and from the 4 events and use the useful language sentences or phrases here that can help you to describe past events and talk about your feelings. Talk about the people who were involved in this situation and talk about where you talk about the place.
بس معلش هو كلمة involved معناها يا أستاذ؟
مشترك متورط في الموضوع، كان موجود، مشترك أو متضمن. involve, engage in.
تمام.
You have to practice writing. It's a very important skill so that you will be able to write when you go to the university. Improve your writing. Pay attention to grammar, spelling, forming sentences, punctuation, spacing. Okay, Kareem. Let's listen to Kareem, please.
3 years ago, I was in a summer holiday in Egypt. I am from Mansoura, so one day my cousin and my cousins say to me, "Let's go on a journey to Cairo." We went and visited many places. We like pyramids or Muhammad Ali Mosque. Before it was a really exciting day.
Okay.
Before I left Cairo, I had bought a scale mode of pyramids to be as a أستاذ اللي هي يعني حاجة
souvenirs. Kareem,
and
how did you feel? Yes, how did you feel at that time?
I feel very happy to visit like these places for the first time.
All right. Will you forget it or remember this event?
I really remember it because it was my first time to visit Cairo.
Excellent, Kareem. Thank you very much. Thank you. Who would like to present another topic? I'll give it another time. Now, let's see here some examples how to write about one of the important events. For example, my first day at school. So you should write a note like this. Who was involved? My classmates, my teachers. Where were you? I was in the playground or inside the class, in the canteen, in the library. How did you feel? I was unconscious. I felt happy. I was worried. I felt nervous. What happened? We chatted. We talked about the holiday. We knew our new teachers. We wrote the timetable. Remembering a past event, I can remember it very clearly. I remember thinking and feeling lonely or feeling nervous because it was my first day at school. I'll never forget that day. I'll never forget how I felt that day. So you can use these expressions to talk about past events and express your feelings. The second topic, an interesting journey. For example, Karim went to Cairo for the first time. My friends or my family were involved in this event. I was in the jungle, or I went to Khiran Resort. I went to the USA. I went to the UAE. How did you feel? I was happy. I was over the moon. It means I was very happy. I was worried. What did you do there? We visited, we played, we had a wonderful time. Pay attention to the past tense. Then you use some of the useful language books at the bottom. Now, pay attention to these instructions. Read the instructions carefully and think about what you will write about. So you have to read the instructions. You have to decide what are the ideas. You write some notes before writing. Writing an email. As a homework, you are going to write an email on a piece of paper, and you are not going to send it through the assignments, but you are going to read it aloud in the next period. I'll call names to read the emails they have written. Write down a brief outline of 2-paragraph email to a friend, telling him or her about what happened to you. So you have to choose one of these 4 events. Your first day at school, your first holiday, your changing schools, or an interesting journey. How you felt about it at that time, and how you feel about it now. As I told you, you have to express your feelings in the past and nowadays. Okay? Don't forget to write an outline. It should have an introduction. The introduction should have a hook, thesis statement, and the purpose of the writing. So you start the email thanking him for writing an email or asking him about his health, and then you start writing, in this email I'm writing to tell you about. In this email I'm writing to tell about something. So this is the purpose of writing. And should have body. The body could contain at least 2 paragraphs or 3, and you should start with the topic sentence and then supporting details. Conclusion. If you are going to end your email in an informal way, write best wishes, see you soon, I look forward to hearing from you, because you are writing to a friend, so it should be informal. Summarizing the topic and then point of view. You can ask, please reply me as soon as possible. What about you? Ask me about kaza, tell me about kaza. Okay? Now, let's have this question. Translate the following into Arabic. Who can translate it into Arabic? Before I start, who's going to present the topic? في حد رفع ايده يا شباب عاوز يقدم موضوع؟ Yes, Hassan Hussein. Hassan?
One of the best days of my life was my first day at school. I still remember that day when my father drove me to school. I entered the school and saw all of my friends there chatting together. I went to them and we talked a lot. Then we went to see the school. We were very happy and nervous because the school was very big and it was our first day there. I was very happy and nervous at the same time because we didn't know the school was very big inside because it was small outside of the school. It was a very special day and I'll never forget it.
Excellent, Hassan. Thank you very much. Michael.
4 years ago, I was at a private school and I changed school, which was like a life change for me. I will never
Yeah.
forget that day. At the time, I was very nervous and afraid, but now I am happy that I changed school. I was very afraid and nervous that I might not blend in, but my father was involved in every way to help me to get over it. After 2 weeks, I made friends and knew all about the school and had a good relationship with my teachers.
Thank you, Michael. We are very happy that you are in our school in Burkiya. Okay, thank you. Translate into Arabic. In the early 19th century, the most important industry in Ireland was agriculture. Translate the sentence into good Arabic. عبد الرحمن أشرف.
في بداية القرن التاسع عشر كان معظم أهم الصناعات الأيرلندية كانت الزراعة الأجريكلتشر.
الزراعة صح. Yes, كريم. Thank you عبد الرحمن. كريم.
في بدايات القرن التاسع عشر الميلادي كانت الزراعة أهم صناعة في أيرلندا.
Excellent. Thank you. Now, let's revise some of the grammar points. Answer the following questions by having a look at the pictures or photos. What were you doing when the accident happened? Who can answer? I start with number one. What were you doing at 5 p.m.? What were you doing at 5 p.m.? What were you doing at 5 p.m.? عبد الرحمن أشرف.
I was lying in the hammock.
Hammock is the place. Yes, I was lying in the hammock. So use the past perfect. Good. Sorry, past continuous. Kareem, what were you doing when the accident happened?
When the accident happened, I was walking to my home.
I was walking home. Walking home. Okay? Walking home without preposition. I was walking home when the accident happened. Thank you. What was she doing when she burned her hand? What was she doing when she burned her hand? Haman Mustafa.
She was frying eggs.
Good. She was frying eggs. Thank you. What were you doing in the woods yesterday? What were you doing in the woods yesterday? Muhammad Ahmed Abdul Aziz.
I was picking blueberries.
No, you weren't picking blueberries.
I was hiking mountains.
Yes, I was hiking in the mountains. I was hiking in the mountains. Walking, hiking. Okay? What were you doing at 7 a.m. today? What were you doing at 7 a.m. today? Amir.
لسه أستاذ الصورة ما جاتش عندي.
Ismail, what were you doing at 7 a.m. today?
I was washing my hair.
Good. Thank you, Ismail.
You're welcome.
Was she using a desktop at 4 o'clock? Was she using a desktop at 4 o'clock? Amir.
She was using a laptop.
Good. She was using a laptop. What was he doing at 6 a.m.? What was he doing at 6 a.m.? Rifat.
وحضرتك يا أستاذ.
What was he doing at 6 a.m.?
Back.
He was
He was back.
He was packing. He was packing. ing. He was packing. So you use the past continuous, رفعت. He was packing his rucksack, like backpack. He was packing his rucksack. Again, رفعت.
He was back.
He was packing.
rucksack.
He was packing. ing.
He was packing rucksack.
His rucksack. Rucksack.
Rucksack.
It's a kind of bag. Okay, thank you. Who was staring at you when you entered the room? Who was staring at you when you entered the room? Let's see. عبد الرحمن عبد اللطيف.
teacher, ma.
Yes, answer. عبد الرحمن عبد النبي.
Yes, teacher. معلش النت كان بيقطع السؤال.
Who was staring at you when you entered the room?
A strange boy was staring at me.
A strange boy? Are you sure?
A strange girl was staring at me.
Very good. Thank you. Let's answer this question. Migration, could it change migrants' lifestyle? Do you agree? Why not? Why or why not? Do you agree with this sentence? Migration, could it change migrants' lifestyle? Give me reasons. Muhammad Mustafa.
I agree because migration introduce you to another cultures and beliefs and faiths.
So you have to do what?
So you have to adapt.
You have to adapt. Very good. You have to change your lifestyle. Very good. Kareem.
I agree with this sentence because the migrants, when they go to a different country, which is more have more space and it isn't crowd, they will have enough time to in sleeping, and they will work late than they was waking up in their country, in their first country.
So they have to change their lifestyle. Thank you. Shabrakhiti.
I agree because people who migrate enjoy better life conditions.
Thank you. As Muhammad said, Muhammad Mustafa, some migrants adapt, تتكيف. Some migrants adapt to the new culture and might change their habits or their lifestyle to fit the new culture they are living in. So they have to adapt or cope up with the new culture, cope up with the new lifestyle. So I agree with this sentence or this statement because some migrants adapt to the new culture and might change their habits to fit the new culture they are living in. So they might face culture shock. Now, translate the following paragraph into good Arabic again. I'd like to change my life and leave the country for good. I intend to move to Australia where I can secure a better life. There they can give me all the things I need. Medical and social insurance are the best beverages given there to newcomers. They also facilitate all the obstacles you may face. Let's translate sentence by sentence, one by one. عبد الرحمن أشرف.
أفضل تغيير حياتي وترك البلدة إلى الأبد أو المدينة إلى الأبد. أنا قررت.
Yes, the country here means the countryside or the country دولة. أغادر بلدي للأبد. Yes.
أنا قررت المغادرة أو التحرك إلى أستراليا.
I intend to يعني أنوي. Yes.
أنوي
الذهاب
إلى أستراليا.
Yes, انتقال
إلى أستراليا عندما يستطيع ضمان حياة أفضل.
Where حيث where place where I can secure
حيث يمكنني الحصول على الأمان وحياة أفضل.
I can secure أضمن حياة أفضل. where حيث أستطيع أن أضمن secure here a verb secure a better life. Thank you. عبد الرحمن محمد عبد النبي.
There they can give me all thing I need. هناك سوف اسمه إيه ده؟ سوف أجد كل الأشياء التي أحتاجها.
يمكن أن يمنحوني أو يعطوني كل الأشياء التي أحتاجها.
أيوة.
medical
and social increases are
insurance
are the best. medical يعني الدواء.
privileges mean services خدمات.
أيوة تأمينات طبية واجتماعية.
yes.
are the best.
أفضل الخدمات.
أيوة أو الإنجازات الممنوحة.
yes. to newcomers
يعني القادمين
الجدد أو الوافدين الجدد. They also facilitate all obstacles you may face.
كما أنها تسهل جميع العقبات التي قد تواجه الفرد.
yes. هم أيضا يسهلوا كل العقبات التي يمكن أن تواجهها. Thank you very much. Okay شباب. So don't forget to write about your first day at school like this, my first day in primary school or in secondary school. Then you can talk about your first camping holiday or your first holiday like this. You can write about the best holiday I've ever had or as an interesting journey. My first train journey, if you travel by train for the first time, so you should have a report in paragraphs, not one paragraph. متفقين؟ يا عبد الرحمن اتفضل.
يعني احنا دلوقتي هنكتب ايميل ولا هنكتب كأنه موضوع تعبير
لا
ولا ايه؟
هو ايميل، هيكون ايميل بس هيكون برضه تعبير في شكل ايميل، يعني يبقى لمين؟